In this video, I'm going to take you through the process of how Team Mayhem went from going through stage 4 and placing second to then qualifying for the 5th stage of the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship for 2023. So let's hop into it. Let's go. Alright, now first things first, after the group stages of stage 4, we had about 1 month to prepare very thoroughly for the playoffs, which we would then travel to Washington for and compete on land. So each day leading up to stage 4, we ended up having a pretty rigorous schedule. We had several hours of scrims, including VODs pretty much on a regular basis. And so step by step, we were seeing little micro improvements here and there, day by day, sort of ironing out those edges. The last week of August, we traveled out all together early to Washington, and we ended up going into an Airbnb, just getting comfortable with each other, having some fun, also practicing together, just so we can have a little bit of an edge, you know, by being early. So fast forward a bit, it's coming up to become that day, game day, and we're pretty much ready to go, to be honest, confident as ever. And yeah, the game day shows up. We had a big upset onto Tribe.
We were feeling pretty confident, but we had some issues. I was playing on hotspot, so I tried my best and we won.
So when we were going into it, we were genuinely confident and we knew we were gonna win. That wasn't even a question. The main question was, can we execute what we've been practicing optimally and correctly? And in some ways we did, for sure. In other ways, like the hard point, we definitely choked. So going into this playoffs, we have come out a lot more cleaned. We've been cleaning up a lot more. So I think the results should be pretty different in that aspect, but time will tell.
But we pulled through at the end, and I had a VOD. It was a good learning for us. But it should be good though. They fixed up the patches in that game.
These are strong rookies and they're gonna perform really well.
It made me play well. So when they play their role, I play my role. It all works good at the end.
Make a connection here to the right side, and this is where we get to see Mayhem put on the driving force.
Jez and Solo, the only operators left alive. Annihilator already out. Contested goes the second hard point. But Mayhem, proximal spawns allows them to reinforce more often. 247 to 248 now. And it's just down to get anyone. Tribe actually touch. The contest is in, but it doesn't matter. JesusCanSaveU comes around the back for the flank, and Team Mayhem steal away one of Tribe's best hardpoint maps and gives them their first hardpoint loss in stage 4.
What a statement. And definitely that almost but not quite. That is definitely not this team anymore.
A little bit of assistance out of Saken, who was sniping from doorway to doorway, but that is a bold opening challenge, and it works out beautifully for Tribe. Turns that into a second kill, but the response from Team Mayhem just as formidable. In fact, they've now turned it to a 3v2 situation with numbers favoring them, and first shot, an impressive one. Time and issue. Pistol almost works out. Holy damage sliding through. Jez, kill comes through quickly, holds his life. Raph looking to double up, gets crossed up, and hold on a second. Tribe are putting together quite the hold. Blur opens up, but the clock is starting to tick. 17 seconds on the clock, couple more kills coming through. Blur's still stuck in the middle of the map, but he gets the kill with enough time for the defuse to come in.
Mayhem just dealt with that so well.
First blood, entrance is gained, but Raph through the middle of the map again, this time by the CBR. Gets another double, and with that, it's just straight gas, no brakes. Team Mayhem wiped the floor on their defensive half to the tune of a 7-3 search win. And no, do not adjust your monitors. They are up 2-0 on Tribe Game. Stick away. Team Mayhem have to find a way to reinforce this, though. Down to the 9v9. Here comes the hit from Tribe. Still without any operators at the ready, but they've done some damage to this point. Cartel's on top of the zone. Tribe to hold his life. Not going to work out. 7v6. Tribe now all of a sudden at a deficit. Blur trying to get things done with the War Machine. 6v5. Back and forth we go. On the zone goes Tribe. Second progress going to get locked. The War Machine though from Blur. It gets to a couple. A chance to possibly put this away for Team Mayhem. It's a 4v1. Last opportunity is Jez, and he cannot get it done. Team Mayhem will surprise Tribe with a 3-0 in our second match.
Oh my goodness. Mayhem chaos, destruction here in this.
I'm hanging out with Jesus Can Save You. What a victory from Mayhem today. I think it's fair to say, when looking at the storyline set up, that this is considered somewhat of an upset, especially considering the result last time you faced off. But you don't seem to think so. Tell me about what the difference maker was.
A few things, but one of the biggest things is confidence. We came in here knowing that we were going to win. We're not coming here thinking, oh, it's Tribe, oh, we got 3-0'd. No. It was mainly that we were going to be the ones aggressing them, because they're an aggressive team overall. So when we work together and when we're on point with our teamwork, along with the aggression, I already knew. I genuinely did because of those reasons. So, yeah.
That confidence is very believable from you and the rest of the team. I think when looking at a squad like this and the variance and experience, someone like you who's been to LAN before, but then others like Cartels who are making their debut in LAN, it's a bit difficult to predict how that's going to go. Can you tell me something about the mentality and how everyone's feeling coming to the stage for those on the first time?
Yeah, for sure. The beautiful thing about my teammates is that they don't care. Like, just because it's in person, it's not going to affect them. They have a certain strength of mind that carries them, whether we're in person, online, it doesn't matter. And I also made sure to infuse that confidence in them to make sure that, listen, guys, like, we're here to win. And as long as we have that mindset, do what we know we need to do, we'll be good. So, yeah.
I do want to talk to you a little bit more about kind of the intangibles, right? We have a lot of analysis going on, but there was a survey that went out and we learned more about your desire to talk to people and kind of the charisma and how that plays into your personality and being a member of the team. Can you tell me a bit more about yourself when it comes to that specifically and how that works as somebody to lead the team through the front?
All right, well, yeah, for sure. I love people in general. So although we may talk shit, it's a game, you know, have fun, whatever, it's competition. Outside of the game, everybody is, in my eyes, like, it's super important. So getting to know each of my players, for example, since you asked about my team, on an individual level, you know, outside of the game, in the game, understanding what makes him tick, what makes him, you know, thrive. I enjoy the whole process because personally, I want everybody around me to grow. If I'm gonna be friends with people, we're gonna grow. I'm not the kind of person who wants to hang around with people who are devolving or like just not doing anything with their life. So just pushing each other, like surrounding yourself with the right, I would say, just people. It's just, it feeds you. And I try to help, do my best to give back and feed them however I can, however they need. So, yeah.
I know that you have friends all across multiple teams here, but enemies in the temporary short term. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me for this interview, and congratulations on the win today.
So we 3-0'd them the first day, then we chilled. Day 1 was done. This means at this point we were qualified to stage 5. Now what we were doing for day 2 is focused on seeding. We're playing for seeding at this point. So hoping for number 1, aiming to get number 1. And essentially we came into day 2 ready. We prepared and voted the different teams. Tribe, LG were the last 2 teams remaining. Tribe, we ended up 3-0ing them once again. Now LG was a big team that we essentially needed to overcome, and they started with a 1 map advantage on the best of 7 series because they came from the winners bracket, so they got a free map essentially. So all weekend long, our S&D has been amazing. We actually went undefeated in S&D playoffs. No team took a map off us. So that was our really strong suit and strong game mode. The first hard point was down to the wire. We had a really bad deficit. We were down like 100 points or something. And we started rotating early, working together cleaner, winning the essential gunfights, making big plays. We brought that score back up. We actually even got a lead. And unfortunately, we weren't able to close it out as we could have, and fairly enough should have if we had played more correctly the first half of the game. But we let it go. S&D came around. We got a nice clean 7-4 victory, I think it was. I may be mistaken on that. I'll pop it up on the screen. And we're happy. You know, the series is now 2-1. Control was a very essential control. It was so down to the wire. We got 2-2, and then unfortunately we made a couple mistakes, which ended up having us lose that match.
Seconds, 11 is going to be your lifeline. It's still going to be evened up, and all of a sudden, Luminosity is going to have to try and touch this point. And at the moment, it will be Mayhem that will try to get that first
they
thing
need
of
the
progress.
extra 60 seconds, though. Operators are on both sides. Vague on the backside of corner. Jesus hoping he could connect with the Sparrow. Only 9 seconds on the clock, but Vague gets him off the zone. 5v5, 5 seconds on the clock. Ban shut down. Mayhem could still stop the clock at the last second, but Marche comes out of spawn with the War Machine and maybe blows him off the map. Jesus saves, last one left. He stops the clock at 3 seconds, but
and then it came down to Hardpoint Hacienda. We hadn't destroyed LG this badly before. So when it came to that map, the gameplay kind of spoke for itself. We were just winning every gunfight, rotating early, playing together well, calling our operators, getting a lot of value out of them. It was just going very smoothly. We won the hardpoint, okay?
The only player alive there, but it is still contested heavily.
Team Mayhem, good recovery through backside of driveway. LG trying to pitch this from both sides at the same time, but the SMGs for the side of Team Mayhem start to really rip things up. Are trying to hit this from driveway side. Blur follows up. Good reaction times and Blur's just teeing up. 172 to 86, and LG again are already defaulting to rotation with 25 seconds left on the hard point. We were watching these guys scrim a little bit over the course of the last couple of days, and they were dominating on this map, but we had a chance to kind of tune in, and that will be the case here. 250 to 139. Great heavens. Mayhem, stay alive.
Man. They did everything right. I mean,
and now it came down to the next control. Here's where in our heads we were like, if we win this control, we're winning the whole tournament because we're undefeated in S&D. It's our strong mode. I don't think we'll lose the series if we can take this control and tie it up to 3-3. Because right now the series score was 3-2.
Envy does get one up top. Lives, huge for LG. Can feel the North American Championship coming close. Vague off the pinch, able to find one up high. Hal takes his attention down to the low ground. Team Mayhem struggling to get out of spawn. Big shutdown comes through though for Cartels. Washi a bit isolated over towards poolside stairs, but how about it? Envy's gonna pop off the Sparrow. LG trying to get it done right here, round number 5. 16 plays up against 6. Can they find a way to clean this one up and be our North American champions? Team Mayhem still staying alive. Ban stun backside. You need to get this isolated kill if you're Team Mayhem. They're trying to track him down, but Ban just slips away. 15v6. Not a lot of time on the clock as well. Have to find some way to crack the code with no lives remaining.
Mayhem, Luminosity, gonna slow down some stuff here because Luminosity, knowing very well that they have the life count, they're not gonna give anything away here. Team Mayhem, they have only 6 lives left. 30 seconds on the clock to play with. They need to find a way to go in now, and it is Kings with that opener to try and go in there for that alpha side.
Vague from the side, able to take down one. Also places down the trophy system as Jesus saves, can't quite get connections with the Sparrow. Final 15 seconds, LG still reaping apart, finding the kills. The undefeated God Squad, as we labeled them at the beginning of this, looks to be the champion here in North America if they can find these final 2 kills. Last chance saloon here for Team Mayhem. They're gonna find a couple eliminations, but it will not matter. Luminosity will be your North American champions, cleaning things up on the raid control.
Unfortunately, we fell short. Again, it was 2-2 down to the wire. And unfortunately, we weren't able to close it out. But it was a really, really good experience. And we now have 3 months since that point until stage 5 in December on the 15th to the 17th, I think it is. So we're going to be preparing really, really thoroughly. I hope you stay tuned for what's to come. Team Mayhem is going to be coming looking like a different animal, but the same beast. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Subscribe, like, and stay tuned because there are more bangers coming. All right, well, peace out.